Alright, we're going to finish these notes with examples 3 and 4. So notice again, I'm giving you two new functions. Part A is asking for g of f. So again, we want to go ahead and write g on the outside, f of x on the inside. Now what does it say f of x equals? F of x equals the square root of 2 minus x. So now I'm going to go up to g. G has an x, so I'll go ahead and substitute in, and it's telling me to square that, and then a plus 2. Well, if I square a square root, the square root will cancel. I'm going to get 2 minus x, and then a plus 2. So I go ahead and combine like terms. I'm going to get a 4 minus x, so g of f is going to be 4 minus x. Now let's look at part B. It's saying f of f, so this is like number 2b, except it's saying you're plugging f into f. So f's on the outside and f's going to go on the inside. So what did we say f was? The square root of 2 minus x. So go back up to f. F starts with the square root. 2 minus, there's an x, so I substitute the square root of 2 minus x in. In this case, you can't do anything else, so that would be your final answer right there. On example 4, in my opinion, these are the easier problems. So if you look at A, B, C, and D, notice there's no x's. Instead, you're replacing x with a number. So remember at the very beginning of this lesson, we said if we replace x with a number, we should get a number for our answers. So we should get a number for part A, B, C, and D. So notice part A is already rewritten for me. So f's on the outside, g of 1 is on the inside. So the first thing I have to do is I have to figure out what does g of 1 equal. So that means I'm going to go to my g function. So 5 minus, I'm going to replace x with 1. So 5 minus 1 squared is going to be 4. So now g of 1 is 4. So see how I still have the f on the outside, but I went ahead and replaced g of 1 with that 4. Now it's telling me to go to f. So I'll go up to f. There's an x, so I replace it with 4 plus 7. So we're going to get 16 plus 7, which would be 23. So f of g of 1 is going to equal 23. Now let's look at part B. Part B is in our fog form, so we want to go ahead and rewrite it. So f's going to be on the outside. G of negative 2 is going to be on the inside. So again, we want to work inside out. So I'm going to find g of negative 2 first. So I'm going to say 5 minus negative 2 squared. What is 5 minus negative 2 squared? You should get 1. So f is still going to be on the outside, but now I can go ahead and replace g of negative 2 with that 1. So now I go up to f. Every time I see an x, I'm going to replace it with a 1. So 1 squared plus 7 is going to give me 8, because 1 plus 7 will be 8. Let's look at C. Again, it's already written in the form that I want it to be in, so the first thing I'm going to figure out is what is f of 3. So I'm going to go up to f. So 3 squared plus 7. So what's 9 plus 7? That's going to be what? 16. This time g's on the outside. We just found f of 3 to be 16. So now I'm going to go up to g. Every time I see an x, I'm going to replace it with the 16. So I'm going to get 5 minus 16 squared. So 5 minus 16 squared is going to give me negative 251. And our last one, g of f of negative 4, so we want the g on the outside, f of negative 4 on the inside. So what is that f of negative 4? So that's going to be negative 4 squared plus 7. So what's 16 plus 7? 23. So g still on the outside. I'm going to replace that with that 23. So now I go up to g. 5 minus 23 squared. So if you enter that in your calculator, you should be getting negative 524. So that's all our notes for composite functions. Your homework is going to be on My Math Lab. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to message me or stop by for extra help in the morning.